Well, good afternoon, everybody. I guess this is the first video that I made in the last week, maybe. I think I made a few little small clips. I haven't read in my Bible like I should have, but I've been preoccupied with several things going on in my family, and I guess most of the ones know that I lost my mom, and it just takes something out of you. I was able to have a part in her service yesterday, and it's good that I remember the Word of God. I didn't use a Bible. I just remembered verses in my head, and I wrote down some things as I was walking through her house after she went to the hospital. I wrote some things down on my paper right here. And before I move on away from this subject, I wanted to go ahead and get this one behind me so that I can move on. I named this Cleo's home. Wasn't nothing special other than the one that lived there. The home today is somewhat dark and cold. The possessions don't really hold a whole lot of value. I walked by some of the pictures and the frames that was on the wall, and they're just photographs. The TV is not running. The furniture in place, just like somebody went on vacation and come back from vacation. I noticed particular picture frames of different family members and people that I had lost in my past, and family photos, daddy and my granny and aunts and uncles and different ones. My mom had a computer that she used to email and to look at the church service on. When she wasn't able to go, she had lost her ability to drive. Her hearing was not the best in the world, and so she elected to stay home and turn up the volume on her computer to watch her church. I noticed the CD player that was sitting there, and there's nobody gonna be using that CD player. You know that you noticed everything. I even noticed the wall hangers on the wall, and things that you took for granted, you don't take for granted now. There was medicines that was left behind, pills and different things that she took. She had some vitamin bottles that is no longer needed where she is. The appliances, refrigerator still running, electricity on throughout the house. I noticed there was some pots that she had no doubt probably had washed before she went to the hospital. You know, there was a certain area of where her glasses went, the drinking glasses, and I noticed there was some in the dry thing where the glasses would dry out when you turned them upside down. I even noticed her utensil container that held all of the utensils that she used. I even noticed some cookbooks that she don't need now because the Lord is giving her a new kind of food that the earthly world don't understand. I noticed the family table, and we all used to sit around that table. Just the memories that was in the china cabinet, and just the things, the candles, and just things that made that room somewhat special. I even looked in her shoe closet. She won't never need to wear man's shoes ever again. I noticed the phone. She had a phone that was one that when that phone rang, it would ring all over the house. It was loud. You couldn't help but hear it. That phone is still plugged in the wall. Never to have her voice on that phone. I noticed in the corner of her bedroom where she kept the vacuum cleaner, she won't never have to use that vacuum cleaner. The clothes in the closet, she was blessed with a lot of clothes. Those clothes will never have to be put on by her. I even noticed a few of the clothes hangers. Ain't that ridiculous to have to bring up something like clothes hangers? But you know what? She never would throw nothing away. I noticed on her bed, I noticed her pajamas that was just laying on the bed. No doubt they was pulled off to put on other clothes to go to the hospital. She didn't think nothing about the pajamas. I went into the other bedrooms and looked around. Even went in the bathroom and noticed the toothpaste. Toothpaste that she will never have no need of. I noticed the soap in the soap dispenser that she will never have need of. I noticed even in the bathroom there was an open mirror. The mirror was not latched. It was somewhat open. And I thought that that beautiful face would never see that mirror ever again. That mirror had the privilege of shining back at her, but she was the one that made the mirror sparkle. A mirror only will reflect what it sees. The specialness of Mom was herself that looked into the mirror. The mirror only reflected what it saw. I even noticed wash rags that will never ever have to be used again down here on earth. The lights were on. The china plates was still in the china cabinet. She even had a few house plants that I remember bringing them down here for my wife to tend to take care of them, to make sure they stayed alive. I didn't happen to see no money, because money is not important in her life. Even her checkbook is not important in her life. There was a few checks that was written and cashed after her death. But see, the checkbooks only just helped pay some expenses that she had. She had her car. Even on the computer, she had the email that no doubt she had checked. Light bill. You know, the light bill's still going to come in as long as there's still power on in the house. You know, today she has eternal possessions that supersedes all of the possessions that she had here. She received them possessions when she entered death's door. She was ready. There was a song that I posted maybe a few weeks ago. The song title was, "What Will You Leave Behind?" You know what? Every one of these things I called out, you're going to leave behind if you died. If I died, I'm going to leave all of my stuff, all of my Bibles, all of my papers, all of my papers like this, all of my possessions, all of my clothes. I'm going to even leave my cell phone. There's nothing here that holds any value. You leave it all behind. Your land, the property, you leave it all behind. What will you leave behind? You know, we had a many a Christmas in the house. We had many a Thanksgivings that Mama cooked in the house. Many times we would meet for Easter. But so much more. When I wrote this down, I wrote down here, so much more awaits. No, so much more is being experienced. She's experienced things. So much more awaits for the saved, for the ones that are left here. There's so much more that awaits for the ones who are saved. And Mama was. So, yes, I'm going to move on. I'm going to think about her a lot. I've got plenty of photos in my phone to keep the memory alive as long as I live. I plan on going to take my phone and get some hard copies made. So I'll have a few that I can add to my other collection. What will you leave behind? You're going to leave everything that is carnal. You're going to leave it behind. The only thing that is going to follow you is your testimony. Your testimony of what you had in Jesus Christ. I shared my heart with the people yesterday. I told the people that Mama lived like 34,716 days. And 5,110 days was days that she didn't know the Lord. Mama got saved when she was 14 years old. She got saved 81 years ago. Her race was run. It was. And now there's laid up a retirement that she's experiencing right now. Right this very minute. Even as lonely as I might be, I would never want her to come back. I was hoping that the Lord would leave her and let her be caught away in the catching away of the church. But you know what? I believe that mansion was prepared. And I believe that God saw the condition that she was in. And God said, it's time to come home. I'm going to give you a sneak preview of what you've been hoping for all this time. And I believe since August the 10th, and today I believe is August the 13th, I believe it is, or 14th, she's enjoying the benefits of the blessings of God. Might won't be a question to ask yourself today. What you going to leave behind? You going to leave your testimony behind? Mama's testimony followed her. That's the reason I do believe that when she got there, she heard the Lord say, "Welcome, Cleo. Welcome." If I can help you, give me a call. Elderly Ministry is the YouTube. elderlyministry.com is the website. Give me a call. I'll be glad to talk with you. I might have not every answer, but I have the answer. The answer is Jesus. I hope you know him today. Thank y'all for watching.